A walkthrough on how we build a WhatsApp chatbot for a real estate brand. We had four more important tools. We have the workflow Canva, which is WordPress. We use WordPress in this case. We have Make, which helps us with our webbook and other integration. We have a Sheet, our Google Sheet. Google Sheet serves as our database at one point, which helps us collect information from our customers. And also we have WhatsApp Business. To access WhatsApp Business API and build WhatsApp chatbots, you need to have a Meta developers account. But before going deep into that, this is the Canva. Here is the Canva. This is a WordPress. Here, this is how we build a chatbot, and we integrated it straight up into WhatsApp. This helps you cut out the time of chatting with customers. Basically helps brand communicate with their customers, qualify leads, and help you answer most of your questions even when your customer care representatives are not available. Alright, so this is the beginning of the chat flow, and from here we have three main choices, which is booking option, making inquiries and giving feedback. And from here we link it to a node. We call this a node, which helps us performs different actions. And from here we can test our bot by using this emulator here. You can see how each nodes contribute to the success of the bot along the line, from the beginning of the conversation to the end of the conversation. They are all a loop. We have to find a way to ensure that these loops are continuous. Now I'm going to show you how this flow works. Let's test this flow from this Canva before we move into WhatsApp. Here I want to say hello. Here, this is the emulator. I want to say hello. This me chatting on WhatsApp, for example, and this is the bot responding. Welcome to the Best Property Limited. And here I can say I want to make an inquiries. Alright, so when I click on inquiries, what happened? If you look at this Canva here, you can see something happen here. I want to take note of these nodes. You see, when an action is being performed, it gets highlighted so that you can know which of the flow is currently performing. Alright, so from here, what do you want? What would you love to make an inquiries about? So let's say I want to ask about what are the properties. What are the available properties? Now, as we send this inquiry to the bot, what happened is this bot comes here and pick information from our database. That means we have a database where we kept information. Carry here, answer knowledge base. So it picks information from our knowledge base, from a database, and give us feedback. But it doesn't just give us the feedback, it refines the content and makes it readable and interesting. I will show you the structure of the database in a jiffy. You can see here we have 6 plots of land available at Byland Island. We have a 5-bedroom detached at Surulere. We have old barn building for sale in Ohio, United States. So these are the properties available for this organization, for this company. So they basically what we do is that we update these properties, their offerings every week. Now this is just a database. So let's say I still have more to say. I say yes, and it's going to ask me, the next thing is what other inquiry do I have? So let's say I want to ask about inspection policy, like, so I ask something like inspection policy. Then what it does is that it goes back again into the database and look for something that talks about inspection. So here you can see something like inspections are free, we do not charge for inspection. So I can continuously click yes, I have more to say, and continuously ask it questions on, and the loop continues. Now when you get to the point where the AI cannot answer the question, maybe the questions are out of the context that are developed in database, it asks for details and record this response in the database so that we can answer this question manually later on and also enrich the database. Okay, so let's say I say no here. You can see it ends this conversation for me by taking my flow from here then to the end of the chat, where it says, I hope I have managed to answer all your questions. Have a great day. Now that's the end of the conversation, and that's the end of the session. Now all these actions will be carried out on WhatsApp, and this is how it's going to work on WhatsApp. Now let me show you how we're able to send the information to make. Now before we go into that, let me quickly show you the information we sent to make from here. So I'm going to restart this bot afresh. So I'm going to just say, hey, here it's responding. So don't forget, we made an inquiries later earlier on. Now we can book an inspection. So let's say we want to book an inspection. Thank you, please provide these details to connect you with an agent. All right, if I could ask for your name. So my name is Harvey. The go ahead to the next thing, ask for your phone number. Alright, so let me say this is my phone number. The next task for mail, so let's say harvey@gmail.com. So it receives these details and store these details. Then it goes ahead, immediately it stores these details. You can see from here, you can see transition to make.com, you can see execute, send user details, whatever it is. From there, I don't want to explain too much so that it won't be too technical. So I have noted the information. I'll call you through the phone number that you provided to confirm your booking. So someone want to book for an inspection, it's easy. The bot collects the details and keep it in the knowledge base, database, which is a Google Sheet. And from there, the team can access these informations, put a call across. Now, this process, we already warmed the audience, we already warmed the prospect. The prospect has interacted with the chatbot, asked the chatbot some questions. Now, database, having a manual database and with an infusion of AI is not perfect. It's not going to be perfect from the start. It's all about refining data. It's all about adding more data. It's all about creating more data. Creating more data and adding more data. Now, how do we solve this problem? How do we know the information we need to put in the database so that when the users, when the customers are asking questions, when the prospects are asking questions, we can answer almost all their questions? It's all about time and consistency. A project that begins today and gets into the MVP stage launched, and the customers are using it. The more the customers uses it, the more data we have available. From the beginning, the first 2 months or first 3 months, the accuracy rate for the chatbot, the WhatsApp chatbot, can be pegged at 60%. Then over the month, 3 months, another 3 months added to it, we can achieve 80% data accuracy rate. This way, the questions fed to the chatbot by our users will be refined at the back end and added to the database, to the knowledge base. This way, since human activities are repetitive, most of the questions they will ask will be repetitive. So it's okay for us to lean on this repetitive nature of human and formulate more data into our database, into our knowledge base, so that our bot can be almost accurate. So let's really check the information dropped lastly. Let's check it in our make.com. So I'm going to go to make.com where I already have my workflow. So you can see here I have the webhook. Now the first flow here is the webhook. What does this webhook does? It listens to information from the bot press. So all it does basically is that it listens to information from the WordPress, from the bot press. So as the bot press asks about mails, phone number, emails, phone number, and names, the webhook listens for this type of information. So once it sees or hear any type of information like that, what it does is that it transfers it to, picks it up and transfer it to a Google Sheet. Now if you go to the Google Sheet data here, Google Sheet document that I have here, this is the last information here. So I want to fill another information so that you can see how it works properly. So let's look at the last information. It's just the name Harvey. So I want to go back to WordPress, and I want to restart a conversation. So we are back to WordPress. I'm restarting a conversation. Alright, so we can start with anything. So let's say we say hi to the bot and the response. So let's say we just want to give feedback. For example, we've tested all the buttons. So thank you for choosing to give us a review. If I could ask, what's your name? So let's say my name is Justina, right? My phone number 66666. I'm a mail, Justina at gmail.com. So after it has received my data, so that it can quantify who is making a review, so that we can understand that, okay, if the customer is giving us a bad review, we can reach out to them and try to make things right. Or if the customer is giving us a good review, we can later on send them our Google review link, so that they don't just give us a review in DMs alone. They can go ahead and give us a review right now on our Google, so that it can help the ranking. So here I want to just give the reviews. Your services are top notch. So after I type my review, processes this review. Thank you for your feedback. We add it to our loyalty program. If I have another thing, I click on yes, it goes back to the beginning and the loop begins again. So the information we added last was for Justina. So if we go back to our make.com, if you go back to our Google Sheet, you can discover something is happening here. We have Justina and we have the phone number. Now you can notice that the email is not here, neither is Justina complaint here. They are meant to be here. This is just a little bug which will debug and resolve later on. So the email and the enquiries or the reviews of Justina comes here, and we can have all this access to these data, these raw data, which will help our organization makes impactful decisions, data-driven decision. So that is how we created that. So let's check how it works on WhatsApp. Before that, let me show you a Meta developer account. This is our Meta developer account where we created a app. You can see it here, real estate chat. From here, we're able to connect to a WhatsApp, and we're able to configure the API to listen to information and relay it back to WhatsApp. So let's check out how this chatbot works right inside the WhatsApp business. Alright, so this is the test number on WhatsApp. When we create one for your organization, it will be your chosen number because we have to verify your business. Once your business has been verified, we will be able to add your chosen number and it's going to work just exactly as this is going to work. So visiting chat, I just want to send hello, waiting for the bot to connect. For the first time, this might be a bit slow, but then it works very fast. Once it has been hosted, it will be very fast. This is a test. So you can see here, welcome to Best Property Limited. How may we help you today? Just as you saw it in the bot press. So let's say I'm booking, making an inquiries, for example. Let's check this. You can see it faster now. What we love to make inquiries about. So I can ask, do you have a land in Lagos? Now, what's happening here is it's going straight to the knowledge base to get to query and get a response. So you can see, yes, we do have land in Lagos. We have this plot of land available at Banana Island, Lagos State. We added this to the knowledge base and it called out this information. So let's say I have another thing to say. Yes, immediately it happens, it executes. What other query do you have? I want to let's say something like do you have a building for sale? Do you have a building for sale? What happens, it goes back to the database again to look for any available building in the database. So yes, we do have a building for sale. We have a 5-bedroom detached at Surulere, Lagos. So you can see that gives the information so fast and also interact with the customer. So let's say I don't have any other thing to say again. I click on no, then it gives me the last response. So let's say I still want to continue this conversation. What I have to do is to input. I have more questions. What happens here is that it takes you back to the beginning of the chat. So this can help us streamline the workload in our business, in the real estate business. So this works for any business. This can work for any business, no matter the niche.